Hi friends, today you're going to learn about value. Now value just means light or dark. It's how light something is and how dark something is. Like right behind me I have this big painting. The value here is pretty dark. That shows my shadow. Shows an even darker shadow here. And you can see lots of light and lots of light here, so you know that's where the light is. Got it? Okay, so a value is also like when you're shading, when you're trying to make something look realistic. So let's go ahead and look at our notes for today. All right, friends, so today we're going to be learning about a couple different kinds of shading. So I'm going to put that picture up now. All right, friends, so now that you've seen your notes, I'm going to go over how to do each one of these techniques. The hatching, and hatching is really just lines. That's all it is. And you start pushing really hard, and then you slowly lift up your pencil until you have these light lines. So what is that called? Hatching. The next one is cross hatching. It's where you do lines this way and then lines also going this way, and that creates a little bit more depth, a little bit more value, a little bit more darkness. So that's cross hatching. Stippling is the trickiest one for me, and stippling is where you add lots of dots. So the closer the dots are together, the darker it looks. And I know when you see dots, you were probably thinking, I'm just gonna like bang my pencil down over and over again. Don't do that. Make sure you're nice to your pencils, especially if you're using something like a marker for stippling. So when you're stippling, it really is just soft. Make a mark, make a mark, make a mark. Are you banging your pencil on the paper? No. All right, and pressure is the one that I probably use the most, and that is just where you're pushing your pencil down really hard and then slowly lifting it up. There's no lines. I mean, you'll see a little bit of a line, but it's not like hatching where there's space between there. Okay, and we also want to know what a light source is. So the light source is just where the light's coming from. So if I was shading this ball here and the light was here, my brightest spot would be in the middle here. That's my highlight, and then it'd be lighter and then darker towards the back, and that's how my shadow would be. So I want you to practice this just like this. I want to see your stippling. I want to see your highlight where all you have to do is leave it white. Don't color that part. I want to see you try hatching, cross hatching, and pressure. And it's going to get darker towards the back of the ball here. If the light source is here, the shadow is here. Got it? Okay, and I know you might be thinking, oh man, I don't know how to do that. It's a little bit tricky. Don't worry about it. We're just practicing. We're all new at this, and we're just here to learn, right? Okay, so just do your best. And like I said, the stippling one for me is the trickiest. I tried to make it darker around the outside, but you have to have a lot of patience with stippling. So don't start with a really, really big circle. See how small my circle is? That's the size you want to work with. If you're trying to do something with a giant circle like this, and then you have to add in the stippling, oh my friends, it will take you a very long time. So this one, just try a small one. So this is what I want to see turned in, is this practice. You're also going to be turning in something else. So hopefully you have already done this part. And I want you to draw something like this. It's very simple. This would be like grass, a hill, mountains, and a sun, or a moon. So I want you to draw just a very simple landscape like this. So again, this was just a wavy line, curved line, and two mountains, and a sun or a moon. And I want you to try out, you don't have to do all of them, but I want you to try out one or two of our shading techniques. So when you're shading this in, I want you to think, okay, this is my light source. And like I said, you can do daytime or nighttime. I think daytime might be a little bit easier, but nighttime could also be really fun if you want the challenge. So if I have my sun or moon here, where's my shadow going to be? Do you think it's going to be on this side of the mountain or on this side of the mountain? Yeah, it's going to be on this side of the mountain. So I'm going to start by making that side dark, and I'm just going to start with some pressure. That's the one that I like to use the most. I can always go back and kind of cross hatch on top of it. So I just start by putting in my shadow. And then where do you think the highlight would be on the mountain? Do you think it would be like on this side or on this side? Yeah, it's gonna be on this side. So this side you're gonna leave pretty much white. And then I'm just gonna keep going. And like I said, friends, shading is so tricky. It's something you just have to practice. So if you're getting frustrated and you're like, I don't know what to do, it's really hard, just take a breath, take your time, practice, and even if you think, oh, I didn't do a very good job on this project, just turn it in, okay? So I can help you a little bit. So that's what I'm looking for. I just want to see a dark, a medium there, and it goes to light, and there you go. And I want to see that on all of them. So is this done? Am I gonna do this one next? How about my hill? Now the hill, I want you to think of it like a ball that's just kind of sitting there. So what I did on this one here is called a value map, where I just kind of put some circles and some curved lines to kind of know where my darkest spots would be. So you can also do that on the hill. So we have our highlight, the next one, like that. And that way, it will still look round, okay? So where do you think my darkest spot's gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be back here. So I can add that in. And remember, take your time. And always remember, so this one was really kind of, I was kind of getting out the lines when I was shading this one in. So I'm just gonna turn my paper and keep going. And I think I might do a little bit of cross hatching here. Like that, and then just keep going. The next one is going to be a little bit lighter, and again, I find pressure to be the easiest to use. That's what I'm using right now, but you can also do the hatching, the cross hatching, stippling, whatever you find that you like to use. And then it's like that. Now if you want to kind of blend this one into this one, you can try that. If you want to leave it like this, totally fine. Don't worry about blending it. But if you do want to, I just kind of make my line a little bit softer, like that. So all I did was go over this again, like that. And you can do the same thing here. It's kind of tricky for me because I'm drawing looking in the camera, but that will kind of blend that in. Got it? All right, you can do this one on your own. It's just like that one, but I will show you how to do the grass in case you're a little bit confused. So let's think about this. If this is grass, and there's my light, where is the shadow gonna be? So this one's a little bit tricky. It can kind of just depend on however you see the grass. So if the grass is really tall, and it's going straight up and down like this here, then the lightest part would be here and the darkest part would be down here. But if you want this all to just be like flat grass, like a lawn, then it's almost gonna be pretty much the same, and I would just do it darkest towards this bottom corner. And I'll show you what I mean by that. It means I would start on this side really dark and then move towards a lighter over here. Got it? Okay, now if you wanna shade with a color pencil or with a crayon instead of a pencil for this one, you can. But this one, I want to see a pencil. Got it? Do you have to shade with pencil on this one? No. Can I shade with a color pencil? Yeah. All right, friends, so that's your project today. I know it might be a little bit challenging, but I know you're up for it, and I can't wait to see your artwork. All right, friends.